Alright. Hello everybody who's actually watching this. My name is bigmacbush and welcome to the first hour of Panzer Knights. Now, I only went to the game a moment ago to A, enable controller, because I use controllers for most of these kind of games, and to set up so it's not as loud. Put that to 40. Okay, that works too. Alright, now let's start it up. Oh yeah, as per the standards of the first hour, we'll be playing for the first gameplay hour up to an hour. I don't want to play a full hour because I have things I need to do. I need to put this together for YouTube. And afterwards, we're going to the fortune cookie in order to see what we'll be playing next week for next week's first hour. Let's get started. I don't know much about this game other than it was recommended, so I bought it. Simple as. I know virtually nothing less. Today, you'll be graduating from, excuse me, my glasses on, from the Wehrmacht Panzer Truppenschule. As officer aspirants, I expect you to demonstrate the results of your training, so perform what you've learned in this final test. Only then could you earn the right to bring glory to our fatherland, as a member of the elite Panzerwaffe. I am really sweaty because I just downed a full cup of coffee, so there's fog coming up my glasses right now. And, whatever. Now for the final drill before the test. Start your vehicle. Adjust your aim by moving your cursor. Use controller. Use WS to move forward and backward. A and D to turn left and right. Once you're ready, proceed to the next rally point. Ooh, it's straight up tank controls. Holding forward moves you straight forward. Also, this game is set to very high, so it'll look as good as it possibly can. Navigation bar with the NWE and S marked on it. Other directions, there's even more information in the navigation bar. If these icons will help you catch up with the battle status quickly. I think these are called tank stoppers, so probably just best to just drive around them. The most important icon rally points, otherwise the mission goal will be marked on the navigation bar with double layered diamond shaped icon. Those are your primary objectives, so you have to complete. Those are your secondary objectives, although they're optional, completing will give you additional rewards or advantages. Controllers are expected to be able to complete all the tasks given to them, all the navigation parts. That's I can't read fast enough because I am a slow reader. Huh. Like World of Tanks, really. But with controller support. Proceed to the next destination. Where's we're supposed to go next? Also, because we turned the camera around, we had to go all the way around with the cannon, as you would expect from a tank game. So this is what, the Panzer 38T? Is this what we're currently driving? Because I barely got to read that tutorial. Should I down the graphics a little bit? Let's just put down the high. Because I'm noticing some tiny bits of lag with most actions, so I'm gonna hope that will fix it. Really? There we go. Done driving the Panzers around? Now it's time to put the gunnery skill to the test. Did you notice the two crosshairs moving at different speeds as you move your mouse? Or the right stick? The commander crosshair moves as the mouse moves and is indicated the direction where the commander expects to fire at. Also, it shows the gun's reload progress. When the gun is loaded, it's green, otherwise red. The other crosshair is the gunner's crosshair. As you move the commander crosshair, the gunner will rotate the turret to follow your direction. Turret rotation takes some time and the gun will be in position to fire by then. In addition, because the shooting angle of the turret is limited compared to the commander's sight, there's a possibility that the gunner can't aim in the direction given by the commander. When the gun across the turret is green, it means they're ready to pull the trigger. Left click or right trigger to fire. If you don't want to rotate the turret, hold Hold the right click to lock the crosshairs, the gunner's crosshair in a current direction. Now destroy the target vehicles. Hold left click in order to hold the cannon in one spot. One enemy target from the looks of it. And lag again. Enemy vehicle spotted. Enemies will be marked with red reverse triangles. Friendlies will be marked with blue with green reverse triangles. Well done. The main gun is the mean of which a Panzer could attack the enemy. Remember to have hits the target. Hits if it is the hits that count, you will hit. Next, let's try long range shooting. It's important to gain advantages in the tank battles by firing as fast and as far as you can. If you find it difficult to find the target enemies from long distance, the gun scope will make it easier for you, which I'm already using with the left trigger. Press shift to activate the scope. Press again to disable it. Adjust the scope magnification with the mouse wheel. Huh. Need to figure out what that is in controller. Higher magnification makes it easier to aim, but will limit your sight. Choosing the right scope magnification helps you hit your target. Beware, as the shell travels further, it loses momentum, and as the result reduces its penetration power. Press 1, 2, or 3 on the keyboard to choose the type of shells you want to reload during the situation. Press 1 to low armor piercing. AP shells have a considerable amount of penetration power and can deal quite some damage. It applies to most situations. Switch to armor piercing composite rigid shells, or APCR. APCR can penetrate armor more effectively, strong against targets that are heavily armored. They're more smaller and more pointier, I think is what it is. I forget how these things work. Press 3 to switch to HE, high explosive shells. They can deal massive damage to enemy, but they're not designed for armor piercing. They're strong against lightly armored or soft targets. In short, the light tanks and potentially APCs and so on and so forth. Last but not least, there are other factors that would affect whether the shell will penetrate the enemy armor or not, besides the penetration power of the shell itself, such as the armor of a certain tank. The impact angle also plays part in this. The larger the angle, the less likely the shell will get through. Now try using the scope mode, switch to the shell type of your choice, and destroy the rest of the target vehicles. Use up and left on D-pad to switch to the shells respectively. Left and right bumper to zoom in and out. Drive forward. We're switching to APCR because they give us more range and more speed, and they can penetrate more efficiently at longer distances. As you can see, these are not quite at right angles, but they will most likely land due to the fact that how we're aiming. Went off target. Drive forward a little bit. Not connecting, I guess. Ooh, why did the trigger not connect there? Also, there's also something that they probably didn't point out, is that by shooting treads, you're less likely to penetrate the actual tank itself. Am I just missing, or is it just off-point collision? I'll move forward a bit more. I'm assuming it was due to back collision. Or because I just couldn't aim. Yeah, that connected. I'm not sure I didn't before. Switch rounds. You can see the full reload circle as you're aiming. Let's try a high explosive on this one. It likely won't destroy it because it's... Well, it's a light tank, so I guess it probably could. Yeah, it can. Good Arbeit. I don't know how to say. I don't know how to speak German. But always remember, real enemies on the field are nothing like the target vehicles here. You have to stay vigilant. Sorry, I can't read. Not just for attacks from enemy tanks, but also from artilleries or other means of destruction. When a vehicle is destroyed, you might be losing some of its functions. For instance, if the tracks break, your vehicle will be able to move. However, the major components such as the hull or engine suffer too much damage, it can result in a total loss of your vehicle and you would be done for. Your vehicle status panel on the bottom right shows the condition of the different parts of the Panzer. Learn how to keep an eye on your vehicle condition and tell when the timing you need to repair is important for your survival in combat. Let's proceed to the next rally point. We'll learn how to repair the Panzer when it's damaged in the field. Drive forward, and you get to see the turret fall off. That's kind of cool. Ah, the green circle tells you when it's going to be reloaded. I don't know much else about the controls. I don't know what B or Y brings on a map. Close. X also brings up the map. Peculiar. Road station and finish repair instructions. Drive into the middle of it, don't go to the sides. Our tank has been hit. We lost the tracks. We're immobilized. Hold R to repair. The game doesn't tell me what controller is. It's a comprehensive repair process, meaning that regardless of the damaged parts and the severeness, they will be repaired and be as good as new again. Be as good as new again. But please be note, the repair process takes a while, and during the process, your vehicle will be able to move. Therefore, finding the right timing to repair is of most importance. Although the turret and other components are still intact, you still be able to use them normally during the repair process. Press B? Yeah, I just pressed B. I held it for a second, that's why. Once you're done repair, proceed to the next rally point. So if you take damage, hit B to repair your tank. Hold B, presumably, but I'm still a bit more leeway because I'm using a controller. I wonder what kind of tanks are actually available in this game, considering the kind of game that it is. I highly doubt that the 30AT is all you really need. Otherwise, it's not bad. It's a bit weird in draw distance, but it's overall not a bad game from the looks of it. Or you're supposed to wait in the circle. Whoops, I didn't see that before. The Panzer control tutorial ends here. Now it's time to learn tactics that you can use on the field. You can gain tactical advantages by using smokescreen or calling in supply drops. Press 4 to release... Can you give me, like, controller prompts, please? Press 4 to release smokes. Smoke grenades will be launched towards where the turret is facing. You can hide in the smoke. Firing enemies when hiding the smoke is no doubt a great way to increase your chance of survival on the field. Press 6 to call in supply drops. You can choose where a supply drop, or you can choose the location for the drops on the minimap. At the end of drawn-out consecutive battles, we often find ourselves running out of ammo. Calling supply drops will allow you to restock and prepare for the challenges ahead. However, materials are limited. Whether it's the smoke or supply, every time you set out for battle, the resources assigned to you has a limit. Use them wisely to secure the objectives and complete the mission. Next, proceed to the next rally point. We'll practice drills for artillery support. That's Y. Back button also brings that up. It's obviously pause. Bumpers even zoom in and out even here. This one doesn't teach me like... Ah, okay. A is for smoke grenades. Fascinating. How well does smoke grenades work, I actually wonder, but we'll worry about that later. Switch to regular armor piercers. Guns are loaded. Okay, drive into it. This is the training grounds of artillery support. Howitzers has a curved trajectory, therefore can cover a large area with indirect fire. We can apply these features to deal with the targets beyond the Panzer's reach, or wipe out swarms of enemies at once. Press 5 to call on artillery support. You can choose a location for artillery barrage to cover out on the minimap. We have acquired vision through our allies and spot enemy vehicles hiding along the building on the side, although we can't quite attack them from our position. We just lose... or whatever. We can see the countdown shell impact in the middle of the target screen. However, please be aware that extra artillery can't be compared to that of the tank's cannon, and howitzers can make further fire. So we stay far enough of calling for barrage. To call on artillery support and attack the enemies hiding behind the building. Artillery support. This game is definitely designed to be more for mouse and keyboard. The phone training session is over. It's time for your graduation test. You're very close to becoming the qualified Panzer crew. Do your best and go all out. Apply all you've learned in the drills, defeat the enemy team, and you'll pass the final exam. Keep this in mind, although the targets in the test are all our allies in disguise, but they're not like the target vehicles you've encountered before. This time, they will fight back. Don't let your guards down till the end. Have you failed this test? All the others would have been wasted. This is the building they're talking about. One down. You also have to keep in mind that also being shot at also varies by the angle you take shells at. So if you take a shot from a side like this, you're more likely to take more damage than you need. Nice. Surprisingly nice shots, honestly. Where's the next target? Up ahead, huh? I see. We're supposed to take the split and find shoot who we run to first. Meet one in the middle, then go back around. Can we actually repair tank damage like this? Maybe we can repair it, but I'm not sure how much this will do. Get the move, keep driving. We just gotta find where the other one is, because apparently it's somewhere around this area, but we don't quite know where he is yet. For repairs. Good drive, let's go. Looks like that's all repairs we get, so we can't repair the tank anymore. Which round? Let's see how hard he's hit from this angle. This far away, at least. Never pierced. Here's the passing the final test. You hereby qualify as Panzer Troopin. It's done. We can finally get some rest. At long last, we're now officially into Panzerwaff. Like our structure just says, it's not just the end. It's only the beginning. Don't celebrate something before it's done. Again, I'm not saying X. I don't know German. After all this time, we're so worked up. It's about time to chill a bit. From now on, we are brothers and sisters in arms. Good soldiers leave no one behind. And should it at long last, our cruel lady luck leave, hope to see you guys that will bring my medals back to my family. A great heart feels no dread of approaching death, whenever it may come, as long as it is honorable. The honor and victory of the Reich will go down in history. We will have to share the glory of the fatherland. The muster roll is complete? Huh. Lieutenant Becker, and this is Hoffman. We're in the same Panzer company as you are, in charge of intelligence oversights as your staff officers will be working together in the future. Graduating from the Panzer Truppen School is merely the beginning of your military career. The world tends to continue to rise as we speak. Yeah, no shit. The chance to put what you've learned in the military academy to good use might arrive any moment. I expect your very best in carrying out your duty in the future. The trooper school reports seem well. I seriously don't understand German. Being late on such an important day isn't very trustworthy, is it? I'm sorry, it won't happen again. Behave yourself. Don't bring shame. I seriously don't know why they keep doing this for me. It said that the Panzer Division will be the dominating force in modern combat. Being assigned to one means you will have plenty of opportunity to prove yourself through achievements. Would it just be better if we play MK at this point? I guess I can't, can I? I have to actually switch out of mouse and keyboard. Let's turn this off. I'm gonna put this to the front because I don't need it anymore. Now I can actually use mouse and keyboard. Let's see. I'm probably gonna switch this to fast. I think it actually makes way more sense. Let's check the other options to make sure that everything's changed. Yeah, high, massive volumes, everything's the same. Keyboard, mouse, controller. Like this thing doesn't like tell you. Let's actually look in here. Okay. Formation, repair, airdrop, artillery support. So X was immediately go to artillery support. Maybe I should be able to switch to controller now that I looked at this, but let me look at the thing for PC. Or mouse and keyboard. Armor piercing, APCR, high explosives, smokes, artillery support, airdrops, repair, formation, and map. I guess I can work with it. That's what we got. So you get to hire new recruits. This game very much, to me, at the very least, seemed inspired from Girls on Panzer, which is probably why it's designed the way that it is. Even a male division, which is interesting, because I don't think they really did something like that. The garage. Panzer 3, Os F J L. The Stug, which I think this is a tank destroyer. I'm speaking because I'm used to seeing this sort of stuff in World of Tanks, which is probably where my some greatest skill comes from. The Panzer 4 Os F. Panzer 4H, which is, if you're wondering, this is the gross unpanzered. This is their namesake tank, which is probably why it costs so much. This is a medium tank too, so you never know. This would be cool to have, honestly. Looks like our sense of artillery is the German tanks. Pack 1, Pack 1E. Not a bad selection, honestly. But then again, I don't know much about actual tankery, so I can't put my namesake in much. The KV2? Huh. Camouflage. Does camouflage prevent any... Oh, you can't just select tanks. Is there any actual benefit to playing these? No, there isn't. It's just a nice coat of paint. Memoir? Ah, can I just... Okay, yeah, you can just skip it. Okay. Missions. This is the tutorial, isn't it? Yeah, just the tutorial. Side missions, none available. On the 31st of August 1939, the Gleiwitz radio station at the German border was seized by attackers, and Germany used it as a casus belli to launch an invasion of Poland. In the early morning as the 1st of September, the city of Weilun, I'm assuming, was heavily bombed in the Luftwaffe as the first major act of World War II in the old German pre-dreadnought battleship Schleswig-Holstein. They opened fire on the Polish military transport depot at Westerplatte in the free city of Danzig. I'm not good with history, so excuse me. The Germans marched across Poland's western, southern, and northern borders, and Luftwaffe began raids on Polish cities. All three invasion forces converged towards the Polish capital, Warsaw. World War II had begun. What's the situation? Proceeding as planned. Enemy doesn't have time to organize an effective... Jeez, let me get some water. An effective defense line. So far, we've only been met with little resistance. They tried to establish a defense line called... What? But we have outmaneuvered them. Our spearhead broke through their line before they could even assemble. We have seized control of the bridges over the Warta, which once we cross the Warta, Warsaw would be within our grasp. Let's continue our advance, forward and through. Let them witness the power of fully armed Operation Panzer Division. This triumph will serve as a testament of our strength. By the way, about the attack on Gleiwitz radio station. Don't you think there's something fishy about this? Given that the Polish army attacked our radio station, I would say that must have prepared themselves for a war. If so, why do most of our forces appear to be unprepared? This is not our concern. We should focus on our own mission and spare no effort to secure victory. This is the crucial moment. Don't be distracted. Huh. 20 years ago, a treaty was made in order to bring 20 million Germans to their deaths and to ruin the German nation. We must win this war, so we can restore the glory of the fatherland. Seize the opportunity. Occupy the bridgehead. Take the mountain pass leading to... All we have is the 38T. Let's get ready to drive. On August 1939, the series of border conflicts broke up between Germany and Poland. At the night of the 31st of August, This attacker's dressed in Polish uniform seized the German radio station Sender Glewitz on German border. It became the kiss's belly for the German to swept into Poland. The world trembles under the tracks of the Panzers. Huh. They're promoting anti-German propaganda with the seized radio stations. So much for barking dogs in our bite. Okay. And would it just be better just to wait for the text at this point? Prevent the Polish territory, so they're expecting to know what we're doing. Our objective is to take the bridge and secure the path to Warsaw for the rest of our comrades. We'll be the spearhead of this offensive, so Kamaraden will cover us from the flanks. Our action will determine the momentum of this campaign. Pick attack because we're going straight forward. I'm pretty sure my keyword will likely be caught in the recording, but oh yeah, that's definitely catching. Yeah, I can't use controller then. Yeah, I can't use mouse and keyboard because my keyboard is way too loud because I had a new one to replace it. Well, no big deal. I'll just play with controller. Not bad. That bounce? Oh, that's a straight shot too. Nice! Our tank looks to be fine, so I'm not gonna bother trying to do anything about it. Get more tanks than I expected. Go for a repair. Oh, that bounced? Another one down. And I just barely missed. Move forward. Ooh, engine destroyed. They can't move very well. Nice, they just got a good shot now, nice. I think our tank is good enough to get none of the repair. Let's keep driving. Only the hull slightly damaged, we don't need to worry about repairing anytime soon. Turning is kind of a slog though. Yeah, they're pretty slow. I don't know what they're driving, so I can't make any calls on that. Radio, report to CP. Bridge is secure. Awaiting further instructions. Calling CP. Bridge is secure. Awaiting your orders. Continue to advance. Take the mountain pass that leads to Warsaw. There are sightings of 2 Polish armored units stationed at the southeast and northwest. They are expected to reinforce the garrison at the mountain pass once they get into the fray. You can crush them one by one to concentrate Panzer forces before they all bunch up together. CP has ordered us to take the mountain pass leading to Warsaw, and they suggest us to destroy the enemy garrison to the southeast and northwest before doing so. As we could crush them one by one before they could join force. Pass the words, we're on the move. We're going northwest. This is only the second mission. This seems like a pretty big-ass map. Open as all hell, but big nonetheless. Ooh, holy Pierce. Tank out. Oh, our team is just driving up to us. One tank out. Ah. Probably should have repaired sooner. Shit. Wasn't quite ready. Oh, you still make stuff for that, huh? Medals. They're called medals. What am I saying? Well, you can't upgrade any tanks, can you? You can change stuff to teams, but you can't do much else. You still can't afford a new tank yet. Assigned unlock. Oh, you could just unlock tanks by doing missions. We can't afford any other tank yet, but we can't recruit maybe new members. Complete past the audience with required crew to unlock required. So, let's see. We just hire anyone we want? I could assume maybe. We can't afford to hire anyone else. And we can't really afford to put up another tank yet, so we gotta do this again. Let's get ready to deploy. Can I just skip the dialogue? Because we already seen it before, didn't we? No point to see it again, right? Hold the skip. Drive up, let's move. Why don't we go the other way this time? Another one down. That's 2. That was a bad call. We only got 3 more sets of smokes. We can't really take too much advantage of our smokes yet. Set up for repair. We had time to repair since they can't see us. How are these shots bouncing at this close? Hit the tree first, come on. Push forward. I forgot I could do that. We just need intel where they are. Alright, forward. Hopefully we don't see much resistance on the way there. Luckily you don't get much time to react to this. Whoops. Yep. Nice, to get straight before we had to do anything. Now let's see. Okay, I just drove into that one. If I need it, deploy smokes. Move up. Treads are damaged, not easy to drive. Go for repair. You can't get a good shot in on us because you can't see where we are. That bounced. We only got enough rouse smoke grenades, so we just gotta hope we make do what we got. Any intel? We can see an enemy up ahead, but can we get a solid shot in without getting shot at ourselves? Well. Ooh, we're taking a hit. Shit, our tread's fucked. We gotta fix it as fast as possible. Yeah, the tread's straight up out. We gotta get it fixed. Alright, ready to drive. Whoops. We're running into a lot more enemies than we should be, and I don't know where to get resupplies. If you even can, really. I mean, we can get airdrops. What am I doing? I forgot you can just request resupplies. I forgot that you could do that. Yep. Pull up on ammo, but we're low. But we don't have anything else to work with. Any vehicle spotted where? Oh, they're up ahead, are they? Do we have any more airstrikes to work with? We have one. We can't afford to take an airstrike. We gotta take these guys out while we're still here. Come on. Target's down. Okay, let's get moving back to our original target. Right up ahead, okay. We probably could have ignored a lot more resistance if we didn't drive up through the sides like this. It didn't connect? Bounce. Can't really drive. And I also can't get repairs. That's the last one? Get really turn. So we're supposed to be here then, right? Yep, I see it. That is a lot. That is a lot. Yeah, we're lucky they're splitting their focus. Enemy tanks are down, then we can move on. I could do the side missions, but I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I'll worry about it when I could do a time when I'm not doing this for a video, where I can actually just, like, mess around for a bit more. We just stay here and cap, essentially. We have arrived, and I can almost see the silhouette of the capital city up ahead. So that's Warsaw. Take that city and victory shall be ours. Advance. We will be first to kick their gate open. Is that really a sound idea? Over hasty action would place the success of a mission in jeopardy. What are you talking about? The chance to achieve glory had already presented itself. Personal glory hunting and senseless daredevilry will only lead only to exceptional cases of success, but always cost blood. Let's wait for the rear echelons to catch up with us. Agreed. Don't know what that means, so I'm not gonna bother. Got an achievement for that. Your radio message said that we have encircled the Polish army around Zuda? I don't know how to pronounce that. Devastated with the Luftwaffe and our motorized forces. The Poles did manage to repel our siege on Warsaw a few days ago. But there's nothing they can do to stop us now. How did the other countries respond? UK and France had declared war on us, but very few actual warfare had occurred. Well, I suppose that's how they cope with the internal pressures. Poland must be crushed in a timely manner before UK and France can respond to our action with hostility. And they will fall back when it became too late for them to do anything. Alas, on 17th December, the Soviet Red Army of 800,000 strong also invaded the eastern reaches of Poland. What? And the Soviets signed the Riga Peace Treaty and a non-aggressive pact with the Poles. However, the orders not to start conflicts with the Ivans. The Soviets said they are taking Poland to aid their blood brothers. So-called the... this is really bad. I did not notice what this game would be about. I think this game would be about World War II. No, I was not sure about the Ivans. I'm just gonna skip. For no particular reason at all, I'm just gonna skip. Let's see. We can't get any new tanks. We can't get another crew member. So, is there any save function, or is it just as it is? We can't get any new tanks, because, let's face it, it's still early game. But, I'm just gonna make an executive decision and stop playing there. Because this is starting to get into stuff I don't want to talk about, because it's concurrent events, and I'd rather not go over that in the video. Because I don't want to be that kind of channel. Anyway. That's enough of the gameplay section. Let's quit the game real fast. Hopefully it will actually quit. It did. Amazing. It didn't do it earlier for some reason. I don't know why it didn't do that. But anyway, welcome to the last portion of the video. Let me just put my controller down over here. There we go. If you're unfamiliar with how the first hour works, this is the last, say, like 5-ish minutes of the video. Because I gotta go over what happens here. This is the fortune cookie portion, where I will pull one random game that I have never played before, hence unplay with the green U, to see what comes up next to play for the first hour. As per usual, I'll only be playing games on my Steam, my Origin, and my Epic. I will not be touching Uplay, PC Downs, or any of the console because I don't have a capture card for any of them. And because the idea of the first hour is I buy a game and I play it for a whole hour, like the whole newcomer experience is the whole point of it. Only really playing games I own and games I'm renting or I'm borrowing from my friend Zenkai. And just below Master, there's usually text is not important, and just below that is Open a Cookie. So let's see what comes next for next week. PC Building Simulator on Epic. Huh, this will be interesting to look at. I don't know much about this game at all, actually. All I know is that it was for free on Epic at one point, so I picked it up. So, this will be what we'll be playing for next week on First Hour. If you like what you see here and you want to see more of this particular kind of content, I do this every Saturday with regular uploads throughout the week. If you want to stick around, that's entirely fine. If you don't, that's perfectly fine too. So I'll see you guys next week for PC Building Simulator. I am genuinely kind of curious about this one. I, again, never seen anything of it. I've only heard of it. That's about it. I'll see you guys next week for PC Building Simulator. Later.